Good morning, everyone. We are going to be walking along Avenue R today. We continue the alphabet soup walk. Now, if this intersection over here looks familiar, that's because we just walked through here last week. That is Kings Highway. And this is where Avenue R begins, right over here on East 5th. Well, technically it starts over on East 4th, one block back, but this is where all the I guess you could say this is where all the people that live on Avenue R consider Avenue R. And we're immediately going to hit Ocean Parkway, so. This street right here is it's one way, so it's kind of one way here. You got a lot of parking space over there. And then once we get across Ocean Parkway, it'll be a two-way avenue. And then as we get further down, you will notice some nice central boulevard type park, green spaces in the middle of the road. It's a nice neighborhood. Right now we're in Gravesend. I'm not going to keep track of what neighborhood we're in, but we're going to be walking through Gravesend, which is where we are right now. Homecrest, Madison, and we're going to wrap it up in Marine Park. We're just waiting for a light here. There we go. So I've been wanting to do Avenue R for a long time, just never got around to doing it. At one time, a long time ago, I had a dentist on Avenue R, so I'm very familiar with being down here. Very nice neighborhood, very nice homes, as you will see. We're going to cross over to the other side, but before we do that, I want to give you guys a look at the nice little center green area in the avenue. If I was on the other side and pointed in that direction, we'd be in the sun, so I'll wait a block. But you can see that the homes are really nice along this route, and this is the Avenue R Mall, is what we like to call it. It's nice. Trees and grass right in the middle of the avenue. Look at the homes, though. I mean, these are some really nice homes. Give you a look more of the. You can see some of the homes across the street. And it says, keep off the boulevard. I don't want anybody walking on that, I guess. It is a nice day out. It is warmer than it's been. We finally hitting a little bit more warmer temperatures. So I'll get across the street. We'll walk in the street just for a little bit here. Give you a nice little feel of how tight the street is here, the lane. And you can see the homes. Looks there are cars coming towards me now, so I better get on the sidewalk. It smells a lot like grass. Anyway, I was saying it's definitely warmer than it's been. We've had a nice cool last couple of weeks, and today it is 85, so it's warm out. But it is dry. It's not crazy humid, so. Look at that home over there. Look at all that land. I don't even know who that belongs to. It's just a big lot of land. Maybe the home out there. There's a lot of land on that corner. So I'll tell you the route we're going to take. We're just going to stay on Avenue R until the end, where it ends, and that's over at Flatbush Avenue. And then what we're going to do is the last part of the walk, we'll just we'll walk down to Avenue U. And those of you who might be familiar with what's on Avenue U in Flatbush, that would be King's Plaza. And no, I am not going to take you inside the mall, but we're gonna end it outside the mall. So basically, we're walking Avenue R, then Flatbush Avenue down to King's Plaza.
Yeah, they said that they only work with.
And by the way, I was going to say that when we get to Coney Island Avenue, this park area will end. I think it pops up again later on. I think it's been a while since I've been down here. And when we get to Flatbush Avenue, I'm gonna tell you guys something. Oh, look at that! Just drove by. Look at that. Wait for the traffic. I'm just gonna go. There goes the light. He's waiting for the light. When we get to Flatbush Avenue, when we make the turn down, I'm gonna tell you guys something kind of strange and interesting about Avenue R. When you get down there, if you live in the neighborhood, you might know what I'm gonna say. But it's a little interesting little map feature. Look at that home across the street. Looks like a Quaker type of home. So up to this point that you're watching, we have walked a bunch of letters in the alphabet. And I'm not walking them in any specific, I'm definitely not walking them in alphabetical order. I'm like all over the place. We did Avenue U, we did Avenue V. Then we did Avenue Z and Avenue Y. We did Avenue O. We're now on Avenue R. So. And we have walked Avenue P before. I've done that in the past, so that's in the channel. I've done Avenue K. We've done Avenue J. So I am going to return to Avenue J though, because it's been a year. It's been over a year, I think. It's definitely been over a year since I've been to Avenue J. So, and the last time we went, it was a holiday, so everything was closed. So I would like to go down there when everything is open and everyone is out. We are kind of walking into the sunlight instead of with the sunlight behind us. It is morning time. It's around, well, it's almost lunchtime as I'm recording this. So. I hear somebody going, oh, I don't know what that is. Some guy directing traffic. We are walking underneath the train tracks of the Q and the B line. And there goes a train going right over us. Perfect timing. That sounded like a B train. The B trains, they run express and they scream through this area. I tell you, I feel like I'm getting hit by a lot of traffic lights against me today. Maybe that's just me. So we continue our walking in August. We are in the final full month of summer. I almost said the final full month of August. That made no sense, but we're in the final full month of summer. Summer ends officially next month. Fall comes in sometime around September 21st. I say that because everyone's so exact these days about when will the seasons arrive. You'll always hear the news say, "Oh, fall arrives on 10:30 p.m. on September 20th." You know, so when I was a kid, it was always the 21st, regardless. So 21st of September. For fall, December was winter, March, spring, June, summer. So. There's another light. Oh, look at those homes over there. Look at that home. That's a nice home. You know what? I'm going to cross over. Look at some of these homes over here. Look at these are some nice homes. Look at this big tree here on the corner of 19th Street. Yeah, that's a big tree. Another light. I know it's definitely not me, guys, because I mean, every time I hit a corner, it's like, you know, this is like being in Manhattan. This is like being in Manhattan where you hit a red light on every corner, which is one of the main reasons I hate walking in Manhattan. There's a big avenue right here. Is this Ocean Avenue? Yeah, this is Ocean Avenue. The one time we need a green light, this is it right here. There we go, we got it. We're gonna go back across the street. You see there's some clouds overhead. The weather forecast has possibilities of a shower in spots. Well, I definitely don't see us getting any rain today. Zero rain. We won't get any rain today. So we got onto Avenue R somewhere around East 4th, East 5th. Right off of Kings Highway. We are now on East 21st Street. We're going to be walking for a while prior to getting to Flatbush Avenue. There's those flowers again. I see those a lot now. Those are like burns into the back of my brain now every time I see them. Where was the first time I felt like I saw them? I think it was the Avenue V walk. Well, looks like I gotta cross again. And that is because there is construction going on this corner. It's okay, I'm giving you guys a lot of looks at the homes. Looks like a new home's going to be going up over there, I guess. So in case I didn't mention it, Avenue R is a residential road. As you can see, it's just nothing but homes. Very nice homes, a lot of grass. like the windows on that house across the street there. Oh, that house looks very similar to my favorite house in Bay Ridge. You know that little house? It looks just like that. It's green. Looks just like that. The fan windows. What people like to say, the Amityville horror windows. That's the same type of house. Same style. Same floor plan, probably. So we keep getting hit with red lights at the side streets, but the big major avenues that take a long time to wait for a light to turn green, we've been getting those. Back across the street. This is one of those back and forth kind of walks. There seems to be a lot of construction going on along Avenue R, though. You can see all these protection barriers around the trees, and then over here it looks like construction. So I gotta cross again, guys. Look at that home right there. Look at that one. A nice little home right there. Soon the road, Avenue R, is going to kind of... Right now we're going... how would I say the direction we're going right now? I guess you could say we're traveling east. Or are we traveling... I'm trying to think like on a map. We generally traveling east, but what's going to happen is the road that we're on is going to kind of turn like a little bit, and it's going to change direction slightly. That construction that I just showed you is tying up all the traffic over here. They're like a traffic jam all the way back one block. Look at these trees. Look at this. This is really nice. Very nice. I'm actually walking really slow to get these in. Look at that. Some very nice trees. Nice property. All right, so this over here is Nostrand's Avenue. This is where the Michaels is. They have a Michaels restaurant. It's not the Michaels Crafton place. No, it's a different type of Michaels. But here's the interesting thing. They got like it looks like it's closed, but they got a place across the street called Michael's Pastry Cookies Cake. That looks closed. I don't know if that's been closed or whatever, but there's a Michael's over there, and then there's the restaurant over there. And then right in front of me is Pronto Pizza. So I don't have to wait, and I'll just start walking now. Just cross over here and then cross over here. Michaels of Brooklyn. I wonder, do they have a Michaels of Staten Island and a Michaels of Queens and a Michaels of Manhattan? The kitchen is open. Looks like they're getting ready for tonight's meals. All right, so this right over here, I believe this should be Garrettson Avenue, and then I gotta get back onto Avenue R. I believe I gotta. Well, you know what? We could go this way. Let's just go this way. Doesn't matter. Avenue R continues over here. It's kind of strange. I almost forgot that I could go up this block. I caught it. I caught it in time. You see these cars going through the red light? They are allowed to if no one is in the crosswalk. But I am in the crosswalk, so this guy's got to stop for me. There is a turn on red sign, so. Now the sun is directly off my right shoulder, so. Which means I'm probably going to go to the other side of the street because the light would be better over there. So that's what we're going to do. If you guys are keeping track, this is probably the most amount of times that I've gone back and forth on a street to either side. This is the neighborhood that my old dentist is located. Some nice homes. Those big, like, angle homes. With the chimney. You got this one house with the chimney here. Still has the chimney. There's another home on the end that has a chimney. Madison Place. I had said earlier, we were walking through 4 neighborhoods. You could check the map if you want to keep track. I'm not going to announce, but we started in Gravesend, went through Homecrest. I would say we're kind of like in Madison going into Marine Park now. They're like small, like subset neighborhoods. I mean, the general neighborhoods are really Marine Park and Sheepshead Bay or Midwood, but actually we're nowhere near Midwood. Midwood is way, I mean, that's past Avenue P on my left, but you get the idea. We're in South Brooklyn. Sheepshead Bay area, Marine Park area. Speaking of Marine Park, this is Marine Park Way, so I guess you could say we're in Marine Park, in the Marine Park neighborhood. We're going to be in the Marine Park neighborhood throughout the rest of the walk because we're going to Kings Plaza. Down there is Marine Park itself. I guess I will cross. Marine Park is right over there, right down there. You can kind of see it. Then in this area, it's been a while, so I can't remember exactly where, but again, I'm not a historian, but I do retain some information. We have the oldest farmhouse I don't know if it's the oldest farmhouse in Brooklyn or the oldest farmhouse in New York or even in the country. There's a very old landmark farmhouse around here. Someone will probably correct me, but I want to think it's like East 36th Street, but I don't remember. I haven't walked by that property in a while. Maybe we'll do that on a future walk to show you what I'm talking about. Great thing about Google, you can look it up, see what I'm talking about. We have been walking for over 30 minutes. I don't know how long we're going to be walking, but the walk itself, I believe, is about 4 miles of walking. It is not, surely not one of the longest walks I've done. You got all these wind spinners. Look at some of these, look at these electric poles, guys. Look at the electric poles. Those are some old electric poles. Well, that's the only one I could find. All the other ones look normal. Well, normal, look modern. But look at that electric pole. It's got the T squared up on the top. So you don't see that a lot in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, did you get the cat?
East 35th Street. Oh, look at the cat in the window there. Looking right at us. He's famous. That's a famous cat now. The cat will live forever on my YouTube video. East 36th. A lot of American flags up and down East 36th. And when we get to Flatbush Avenue, we're going to be, unfortunately, walking into the sun directly. We have to turn right. And then we'll end it on Avenue U, which is not that far. We're on Avenue R, so you could, if you know the alphabet, QRSTUV. So we're going to be ending it on Avenue U. And I didn't forget, I'm going to tell you guys something interesting about the road when Avenue R ends over at Flatbush Avenue. Today is a perfect day to be outside. I mean, it is beautiful outside. Sounds like a Zagorski going over. I'll tell you, the Zagorski style helicopters, they fly up and down this route. They're probably going straight out to like New Jersey. So we were walking. What was it? I think it was Avenue V. Avenue V. We saw one fly right over, right down the street as it was coming. They fly pretty much right down the side streets. You kind of see Flatbush Avenue all the way out there. We have managed to stay on one side of the street. First half of the walk, we were just crossing back and forth. That's a good way to keep you guys engaged, right? Engagement leads to watch hours, and watch hours leads to more views. The most important metric everybody never talks about. Oh, hold on. I'll get to that thought in a minute. Look at these homes over here. Very narrow looking homes, like railroad style. We go straight back. The statistic or the metric that nobody ever talks about that leads to YouTube success, and it is the most important metric. It's more important even than views, and that is watch time. Because watch time leads to everything else. Everything starts with watch time, not views, not likes, not comments, not subscribers. It's watch time. The longer somebody watches, the better YouTube ranks that video, which leads to more views. More views lead to more subscribers, and the more your subscribers see more of the stuff that they like to see, well, they hit the like button. So that is the food chain. Watch time is at the top of the food chain. Everybody gets all caught up with likes and comments. Well, I'll tell you, likes and comments, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm being brutally honest, because there's a lot of YouTube videos and YouTube channels that talk about how to create a YouTube channel and the success and everything. Likes and comments, they definitely help, but they are not the top. They are not the top. I would say likes and comments are just as important as views. And by the way, good segue, if you enjoy this video, enjoy my walks, make sure to hit the like button. And also leave a comment. Say hello. If you lived in the neighborhood that I walked through just now, look at that house. That is a interesting property with all those hedges. But if you live in this neighborhood or lived in this neighborhood at one point, let us know. All right, this right here is where we're turning. Here's the interesting little factoid I'm going to tell you before we turn. You cross over the road here at Flatbush Avenue. Avenue R begins, it ends here. Well, if you're walking the opposite direction, it would begin, right? But it ends here. So question, what avenue is that then? Why doesn't Avenue R continue? That is because that avenue over there, that is Avenue O. Which is one of the strangest things in Brooklyn. That is Avenue O over there. And I guess at some point when they were restructuring all the farmland down here and the grid, they had to run it into Avenue O, and it stayed Avenue O, I guess. But here's a cool little exercise. Pull up a Google map, and this is actually pretty cool. Go into Google, pull up a map. Obviously, you can pause the video while you do this if you want, or do it afterwards. And look for where Avenue O ends at Kings Highway, right? So get to that point. And then find the Avenue O here on Flatbush Avenue, and I guarantee you, if you pull out a ruler and you go point to point, you will be able to continue Avenue O through all the neighborhoods straight if the neighborhoods weren't there. It's literally lines up with Avenue O in Kings Highway. So I could use some McDonald's right now. I tell you, I'm hungry. I keep saying I'm going to do it. I never do it. But this is a nice McDonald's too. Over there you have engine 309 and ladder 159. Then you have the funeral home over here. So right now we finished Avenue R, and we are now just wrapping up. We're on Flatbush Avenue, and we're going to end it right across the street from King's Plaza on Avenue U. This right here is Fillmore Avenue. That looks like a bus depot over there. MTA bus depot. Yes, it is. I can see buses going in. Similar to the bus depot over on Harway in Bath Beach. Floridian Diner? Floridian Plaza Diner? I've never heard of that. If there's anybody living in the neighborhood, let me know if that's been around a long time. I mean, I don't know. I never heard of it. I'm trying to show you, but all these parked cars are in the way. This is a car lot. So, but you guys got to look already. And then there is a Walgreens. I can already see King's Plaza up ahead. Very wide open area over here, down here. This right here is Utica Avenue. Well, I want to thank everybody for tagging along on this walk. We started all the way over Kings Highway in like East 4th Street, got onto Avenue R, walked the complete distance of Avenue R, and now I am just wrapping it up by taking us to King's Plaza.
They're like Avenue N, so that's a few blocks long.
Looks like a car wash over here. That's what I see. Some people over here. Avenue T is right here. You know what? On the next walk, stay tuned. I'll probably, you know what I could do? I could take you guys down Avenue T for a little while. We've done Avenue T in the past, but not this section of Avenue T. So if you're wondering, oh, I've already seen Avenue T, you haven't seen it on my channel on this section. The Avenue T that I did was on the other side of Marine Park. So maybe we'll just do like a walk through Marine Park, through some Marine Park streets for the next one. Man, look how wide Flatbush Avenue gets. It's like a parkway. I feel like each block we walk, the other side is getting further and further away from us. That's what it feels like. This right here is Food Universe. It smells like Puke Universe. Damn, it sounds like somebody threw up over here. Well, there it is, King's Plaza. You want to know something crazy? I have not been inside King's Plaza. The last time I was inside King's Plaza was... Are you ready for this? I was a teenager. I am not joking. Must have been about 17 years old. So that's what? I don't know. It was 91? 1991? Well, this is it. We're ending it here. Avenue U, Flatbush Avenue, right across from King's Plaza. I give you guys a nice, quick look around, and then I'm going to end it. I want to thank everybody for tagging along on this nice summer, warm day. It's around 85 degrees. And that's how we're going to end it. I will catch you all on the next one. Hope you all have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.